Thalia, the last surviving druid, lived in the heart of a forest untouched by the hands of time. Cloaked in hues of emerald green and hidden beneath towering trees and murmuring rivers, it was a haven of harmony where the wind whispered ancient songs and stars painted stories on the canvas of night. Yet even within this tranquility, darkness found a way. For weeks, the animals of the forest had spoken to Thalia of a lurking terror, an embodiment of shadows known as the shadow beast. It prowled the undergrowth, a phantom in the night, shattering the forest's peace, turning once peaceful creatures into skittish, scared beings. It was a disruption Thalia could not ignore, and she knew the time had come to confront the terror that had infiltrated her sanctuary. As Thalia journeyed deeper into the forest, the signs of the beast's presence became more evident. Broken branches that suggested a frenzied run, the mark of massive claws etched into tree trunks, and the silence, the unnerving, ominous silence. Each sign painted a grim picture of the situation. In the heart of the forest, Thalia finally came face to face with the beast. It was enormous, a monstrous form that melded with the night, its eyes twin embers glowing amidst the murkiness. An eerie cold seemed to radiate from it, the chill of the shadows that composed its form. A skirmish ensued. Thalia, using her druidic powers, summoned vines that sprouted from the ground, trying to restrain the beast. But it broke free, its strength matching its monstrous appearance. It was a relentless struggle, a testament of survival and bravery. During the fight, Thalia made a startling discovery. The shadow beast bore a mark on its body, a symbol that she recognized, the ancient sigil of the Druidic order. A crest that should have been forgotten, erased from history with the extinction of her kin. A barrage of memories surged through Thalia's mind. Flashes of fires, screams piercing the night, the Druidic order's massacre, and an infant miraculously surviving. The infant that was her. She had been told the order had been annihilated because of fear and ignorance, but the beast's presence suggested a darker reason. A treacherous betrayal from within the order, harnessing dark magic that gave birth to the shadow beast. Coming back to the present, Thalia found a renewed sense of determination. She wasn't just fighting for herself or the forest anymore. She was fighting for the memory of her fallen kin, for the truth that had been buried for decades. Summoning every ounce of her druidic power, Thalia poured all her energy into a spell of light, the natural enemy of shadows. The forest responded to her call. Glowing motes emerged from the plants, the ground, and the very air, converging into a radiant orb in Thalia's hands. With a final cry, she thrust it at the shadow beast. A deafening roar echoed through the forest as the light met the shadow, resulting in a massive explosion that filled the woodland with blinding luminescence. When the light faded, Thalia stood alone. The shadow beast, the embodiment of a dark past, had been eradicated. Exhausted but victorious, Thalia returned to her haven. The forest seemed to breathe a sigh of relief, the creatures slowly emerging from their hideouts. Peace had been restored, but at a hefty price. The truth of her past, the betrayal, and the dark secret of the Druidic order had been exposed. Thalia was the last Druid, the keeper of ancient secrets and untold stories, but she was no longer just a survivor. In the days that followed, Thalia found herself in a renewed bond with her forest home. She carried the legacy of the Druids not as a burden, but as a beacon guiding her actions. The truth of the past became her strength, the darkness a source of light. The forest, once just a sanctuary, was now a symbol of resilience, just as she was. And even though the whispering wind carried stories of a forgotten past and broken traditions, it also sang of hope. Hope that the last Druid's tale was not of an ending, but of a new beginning.